Everyone, my name is Ryan or MandRproductions, and welcome to Worst the First, the series where I count down from the worst LEGO set of a theme to the first best LEGO set of a theme. And in this video, we're doing the Worst the First LEGO Star Wars Rebels sets. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you have anything to say, leave in the comment section below. If you guys would change the order of these sets in any way, let me know. There are 18 LEGO Star Wars Rebels sets, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the 18th best or the absolute worst LEGO Star Wars Rebels set. It depends on how you look at it, I guess. The worst Star Wars Rebels set, in my opinion, is this Stormtrooper Sergeant Polybag. It was something that didn't make a lot of sense to me, seeing as we already had the Stormtrooper Battle Pack that came with 4 of these guys, and essentially all this Polybag did was add that little pauldron onto the Stormtrooper and then throw him out there as like a Toys R Us exclusive Polybag. It was something that didn't make any sense to me. I never was able to even find one of these in stores, so I don't even know what they were doing with these. It wasn't a very advertised giveaway, and I just felt like it was a bad freebie. I don't understand why anyone would want this Stormtrooper Sergeant when you can also get a bunch of regular Stormtroopers, and white pauldrons are a dime a dozen. The second worst Star Wars Rebels set, and I know this one could easily be flipped, is this little mini Phantom with stickers and a bracelet pack. Now, this little Phantom doesn't look terrible, but it's a little bit pudgy, a little bit too bulky there in the center, I think. The sticker pack is kind of cool if you're into stickers, and it includes a Star Wars wristband, which is just The third worst LEGO Star Wars Rebels set is the 30275 TIE Advanced Prototype, and don't get me wrong, this is a pretty good polybag. I feel like when I say third worst, it sounds like this is a really bad set, but I don't think it's that terrible. I think it's a very nice, well put together polybag set. It's just that I think all the other sets are better than this, but it's a cool little polybag for $4, and it's a good representation of the larger version. I just felt like everything else beats it out. Next, we have the Rebel A-Wing pilot. This is an amazing looking A-Wing pilot. I was very happy to get this at Toys R Us for like $6. They had them. I think that this was one of those Toys R Us giveaways with the $30 purchase that they've been doing, and it looks dang good. It is a very dang good looking pilot. I love that helmet mold with the microphone printed onto it. You can also see his head has the visor printed onto it, and it's got a great torso print. And next up, we have the ATDP, which was a LEGO exclusive poly bag that you could only get when you ordered something through LEGO. It was like one of those, you know, spend $70 or more, get this free type thing. It very closely resembles its larger counterpart, and I love the ability for the legs to move, and I like the big gun at the front, so a very nice model. The sixth worst Star Wars Rebels set is the Imperial Assault Carrier. Man, maybe this isn't such a bad set, but it's always just one that I've had a bad opinion of. I never actually purchased this set. It was $130. It didn't include that many cool minifigures. I was just never that interested in this thing. Of course, I never really even saw much of the TV show, so I never saw this in the TV show, but just a few highlight features of it, I guess. It has an interior with a little carrying handle on top, a very small interior at that, might I add to that. There's a cockpit where you can barely fit in one minifigure, and you also have the TIE fighters that can be attached to the bottom and detach and go out and fly and attack the Rebel ships. A very so-so set for me, and it's not something that's very iconic and very good looking in my opinion. Next up, I've chosen the original Phantom 75048. This was a $25 set, and, you know, it's not terrible. It came with Ezra and Chopper, and, man, it just doesn't look right to me. I think the studs on it are what kills it for me. I think all the studs that you can see on the outside, then the flipped studs, you can see the bottom side of the plates there when you have the wings folded up. The wings folded down doesn't look terrible, but again, the spring-loaded shooter on top looks a little out of place, and I don't know, the whole set is just kind of to me. I don't like the cockpit on the front. You know, it's an X-Wing and Y-Wing cockpit, and it just looks really weird on a set like this to me, but that's the Phantom for you. And we arrive at the 8th worst or 11th best LEGO Star Wars Rebels set. This is the Wookie Gunship, a very well put together set in my opinion. I actually owned this for a short period of time. It came with the redesigned Wookiees at the time, which were amazing. The Chewbacca and the other Wookiees in this thing were great. Of course, it also included Kanan, which was awesome. The overall look and style of the set was great. It had a bunch of stickers on it to give it that detail and that look on the sides of it, where it's got like those darker brown scrapes and scratches and maybe painting on it or whatever it is, but it looks darn awesome. I love the cockpits on this thing. It's like a Republic gunship except for Wookiees and a little bit scaled down. I think it's amazing. However, I still think there's 10 sets better than this, which kind of bodes well. You know, the Star Wars Rebels line, for what it was not that terrible. For only having 18 total sets, I think it actually turned out pretty well overall. And here we are at the 10th best set. I've chosen Kanan's speeder bike, and the reason I chose Kanan's speeder bike at 10th best is it comes, of course, with the very cool Stormtrooper and Imperial combat driver, and also Kanan, but my favorite part of this thing is Kanan's actual speeder bike. It looks like a Harley motorcycle. It's just awesome. I love the design of it. I think LEGO did an amazing job with that. You can see like the gas pedal at the bottom, the handlebars. It's got everything. It looks just like a Harley, except in Star Wars. It's great. It's also got a couple of crates that it can carry behind, and theoretically if you got more of this set you could have it carrying a bunch of crates behind it, but that would take a lot of money, I guess. But I think it would be very cool. You can add more stuff obviously onto the back of it. It leaves a hinge on the back, or a clip on the back for you to attach more to it. So a very awesome set here at number 10. The 9th best LEGO Star Wars Rebel set, in my opinion, is Ezra's speeder bike. So unlike Kanan's speeder bike, it's a very different design, and these are very unique speeder designs to me. I feel like both these speeder designs in Star Wars we haven't seen much, especially made out in LEGO, so I think these look awesome. I love the Stormtrooper one. It's got a very nice, sleek, white and gray design. I also really like Ezra's. I love that the orange stripes run up the center of it, and Ezra himself wears like orange, so it just kind of works. You also get Sabine Wren and a Stormtrooper, so a great set overall. Next up, I've chosen the TIE Advanced prototype, including the Inquisitor minifigure is just awesome. I mean, I love the Inquisitor. He's such a cool character, even though he wasn't around for too long. I love the minifigure himself. The TIE Advanced prototype itself is much like Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, a little bit less elongated, I'd say, and I love the cockpit on the thing. I think it's very nicely rounded. It's got very nice shaping and contouring on it. The wings are nice and stable. They're very strongly put on there. It has the spring-loaded missiles underneath, which work very well, so overall a great set in at number 8. The 7th best Star Wars Rebel set, in my opinion, is the AT-DP. It's like an AT-ST, obviously. However, it's just got a little bit more to it. It's got a little bit more going on, in my opinion. It uses those semi-spherical, half golf ball type pieces on the sides to have those little slits there. It's got a great little cockpit area where you can get both the AT-DP drivers in. It also includes a couple other great minifigs, and just the overall design of it is great. The legs work really well. It's a very sturdy, well put together set. The gun at the front spins all the way around, like in all directions. It's pretty great, so I love this little set. Next up, I've chosen the newer version of the Phantom. It includes the blind Kanan Jarrus, and of course the very, very cool and sought after Admiral Thorn. This is the only set that we've ever had him in, and lastly Chopper. And the Admiral Thorn minifigure is great looking. A lot of people absolutely love this. This is the main reason a lot of people bought this set. As for the actual Phantom design, I actually prefer this Phantom design to the original version. I think this one obviously looks a lot more like a modded Imperial Shuttle, which apparently it's supposed to be. It really does look that way, obviously, but it has the great little legs on the sides. You can fit the little crate into the back of the shuttle, or the Phantom rather. It has the fin at the top, which is very sturdy and well put together. I absolutely love the coloring on this set. I really like that light blue and orange and red type coloring scheme in the back there. The cockpit area is much more well done, I think, than the original Phantom. I really like the more rounded feeling of this one as opposed to the other one, which was a little bit more blocky. Darn does it look good, in my opinion. The 5th best LEGO Star Wars Rebels set is Captain Rex's AT-TE for me. It is a great little set. I think this thing was very well done. I think they did a great job. It has the landing platform on the back where you can fit the Phantom that we just took a look at on. The minifigures you get are a Stormtrooper, Commander Gregor, Captain Rex, Commander Wolf, and an Imperial Inquisitor 5th brother. So a very nice selection of figures. Obviously the box art looks pretty dope too, with the AT-ATs looming in the background about to destroy the thing. I absolutely love it. It's a great set. It's got a lot of great features. It's got very nice interior space in the back with the little door you can open up. So overall, I really like this set. It's a great one. Obviously, it's very similar to the 2013 AT-TE. It's just got a lot of add-ons on the top, which I actually really like. I think it's a very cool and unique idea. In at number 4, I've chosen the 75070 Imperial Troop Transport. Darn, this thing is awesome. This is one of those classic battle packs now, in my opinion. It included 4 regular Stormtroopers, which is something a lot of us are always asking for just like 4 of the same figure. And this battle pack delivered, of course, with a very unique and cool looking troop transport. I absolutely love this thing. It also had stud shooters, which a lot of people are iffy on, but I don't think stud shooters ruin battle packs as much as people make them out to. I think they're just fine. I think if we just look at it from the figures and the transport, it's great. Of course, it had flick-fire missiles on the top, which I'm kind of about, but I think it worked better than spring-loaded shooters up there in this case, so we'll let it slide. In my opinion, the 3rd best LEGO Star Wars Rebel set is the 75150 Vader's TIE Advanced versus A-Wing Starfighter. 702 pieces for $90 in the US is a bit pricey. However, the minifig selection is great. You get the brand new, at the time, Darth Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin, Sabine Wren, and of course an A-Wing pilot. To go along with that A-Wing pilot, of course, you got this really cool A-Wing with a light and dark gray plus this yellow and dark green color scheme with a touch of tan. And darn does it look good. It was the first of this newer A-Wing design, and I really like the way it works. It has great landing gear, the engines look awesome, and of course the cockpit opens up. You can get the minifigure in and out of there pretty easily. I absolutely love this thing. The guns on the sides look great. Of course, its counterpart in the set, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, looks amazing. They've done a great job updating this one. It's got a very nice windshield piece. It's got a great piece on top that is very detailed with its print, and overall just a very nice, sleek, and sturdy design. Very well put together, very nice looking, very detailed, very accurate to the movie in my opinion. And of course, it's got a pretty nice function where you can press down on some parts on the top of the set to shoot out those spring-loaded missiles underneath. And in my opinion, the second best LEGO Star Wars set ever is the Ghost. It included Zeb, Hera, Kanan, and a Stormtrooper, so I wish we could have got a couple more minifigures with this thing, but other than that, it's pretty flawless. It's very well designed. They have a great use of a lot of parts in this set. The overall shape of it, I think, is pretty darn accurate. It looks pretty darn accurate. The engines are a little bit weird looking to me, but I think they look alright. As far as the turret on top, I really like what they've done with that. The cockpit area in the front looks great. They've got a lot of little details going around on this ship and some nice stickers for detail to boot. It has detachable escape pods on the side there that you can see removed here on this top down image. And another thing that it can do is the original LEGO Star Wars Phantom can dock into the back of this thing. So if you get both the Ghost and the Phantom together, you can have them connect up, which is awesome. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, my opinion of what the best LEGO Star Wars Rebel set is. It's the Rebel Combat Frigate. It included a great array of minifigures including Ahsoka, Chopper, Ezra, Commander Sato, and Agent Kallus. The Ahsoka minifigure in particular is very much sought after. It's a great looking figure with a lot of cool little details. It's the only non-Clone Wars version of Ahsoka, I believe, so it looks amazing. She looks great as an older character in my opinion. The Rebel Combat Frigate itself is a great design as well. The little things in the back, the engine flaps in the back, can open and close with the twist of a small Technic piece on the rear of the ship. You have a handle on top of the ship so you can carry it around very easily without breaking off any of the panels. You also have a pretty nice and spacious interior that will easily fit all the minifigures, as well as a cockpit area behind that printed cockpit piece. It's got a great design. I honestly think it's the best Star Wars Rebel set. Of course, some of these other sets that we've talked about very recently in the video definitely rival it, but in my opinion, this is my favorite. Now, if you guys have a set that you think is better than this, let me know in the comment section below. What is your favorite LEGO Star Wars Rebel set? Thank you all for watching my LEGO Worst to First on all LEGO Star Wars Rebel sets. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And again, if you have anything to say, leave in the comments section below. Would you have changed my list in any way? Of course, there are 18 LEGO Star Wars Rebel sets, so let me know down below what you would have changed, if anything. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.